Presenting something from ChatGPT.
Working on bandwalas, which are people who play during our weddings.
How good miniatures you made.
I cannot draw.
Helped us improve. I don't know how much we could, but for sure his experiences.
He asks questions when he knows that we are going idhar udhar.
Hi, I'm Siddharth Mishra and I mentored the master's program in mass communication in Vivekananda Institute of Professional Studies. So we have with me few students from the second batch of MAMC and having run this program for 2 years, I wanted to have a chat with them to, generally know how has been their journey. And since, I've been kind of charged of doing a lot of experimentation with the program and, being very different from the way it is run in other places. So I thought I would talk to them and, and really, and learn for myself also that how did they find it. Why I chose Ritika, Krishank and Angelina was because they are from three different backgrounds. Ritika has done her English honors from Delhi University, Kirodimal College, my alma mater. Krishank is a mass communication graduate from JIMS and Angelina did her history from St. Stephen's College. So three from very different background, but like I have made them work together, put them together in a kind of a cauldron, melting pot. And I believe that they have integrated well. So welcome to this discussion.
Thank you so much.
So whom do I start with? So tell me, Krishank, it was a natural progression for you, isn't it?
Yes, sir. I would say relatively natural. I was pretty much certain on doing masters, and this was between WIPS and GGSIPU. I wanted to be here because I wanted to come here for undergrad as well. So since I was in gyms, I thought maybe if I do masters, I might I would want to try WIPS, and I was pretty clear that I wanted to do advertising also from the beginning. So it was an easy transition. I was working towards that, sir.
So what was the unexpected that you found here?
Sir, I would say the unexpected was like the practical learning wasn't unexpected, but that's not usual. I would say like usually it's mainly theoretical, like not necessarily from gyms. Like I have friends who are doing mass communication other places also. It's mainly focused on theoretical work, and on the practical work entails within the classes within the course. But so the practice workshops that we had, I would say that was something I don't think any one of us were not necessarily prepared for, but it felt new because we're not used to presenting things in front of an audience on weeks. Every week we did that. So I think that was a bit
Yeah. So Angelina, it would have been much more, challenging for you having come from a completely theoretical subject. So,
So for me, it was all the more a different experience because for somebody who has studied a theory subject, we used to have presentations there, but here what we understood was the importance of field work, the importance of unlearning and then questioning. So every workshop made us go to the field, know what is actually happening there and then report about it. So that is something, because I always wanted to do journalism, this is something I feel is very important for the broader aspect.
any particular unlearning you recall of when you went to?
Yes, sir. So in the first workshop, I remember we did it just like we would do any other presentation. After the presentation, after we presented our work, it was only after that we realized, after everybody commented, the panel commented on our work, that it is not how the presentations actually happen. It is not how the conferences take place. So that was my first experience, 10 days into college, and that was my first experience. So that time I was a bit scared and intimidated by everything, but then gradually with time, with everybody supporting the external faculty, the faculty, everybody supporting and guiding us to how the fieldwork is actually done, made it easier.
Yeah, and tell me, you had a theatre background. We are a very reputed theatre company, the Players, which boasts of Amitabh Bachchan, Kulbhushan Kharbanda, and so many KK and so many other big names, Crowdimal College. So, coming from theatre background, you did not expect theatre to happen in the master's program here in mass communication, or did you expect?
I did expected theatre to be a part of the curriculum. Theatre helps you explore yourself, makes you a better person, gives you confidence. Public speaking may it helps, obviously. So yes, I expected that theatre will be a part of the curriculum. I was rather happy that it happened for us. We got to be with Vipin sir, one of the best professors I've seen in this profession, and I think all of us enjoyed our classes with him. There were a few classes with him, but we enjoyed them, and it actually helped us throughout the classes. We grew as a person. On into the classes and even after the classes, being with him, understanding his concepts, it has helped me as a person. I'm sure it has helped them as a person. The class liked it, so I'm happy that the college introduced that. It was a fun
Yeah, so
experience.
let me tell you, Vipin sir is Vipin Bharadwaj, who is a NSD graduate and also a faculty there, who comes and does development communication classes with them. And then you might find it very surprising that what does the NSD wala is doing in a development communication class. But then development has to be communicated with people in a mode that people understand what development is. And I think theatre is one of the platforms from where it can be conveyed. And when Vipin came in, actually, he was also, quite this thing that how would a development concept be made into. But then we did it, and and now we have been doing it. We also had Sanjay Srivastava, who shifted to Bombay, Vipin senior at the NSD, and so as I said, Vipin is we call them mentor, who come from the industry and interact with people. So coming to you, Angelina, again, how about KV sir?
Personally, KV sir has been one of my most favorite professors because his classes were something that made us understand how things work, because everything else is theoretical. So the theoretical things we can get it from anywhere, but his anecdotes, his experiences have helped us improve. I don't know how much we could, but for sure his experiences have helped us know about the profession, helped us in many different ways, like being attentive to what is happening around. So there's one experience he mentioned, which was of a train, the metro services. Some students got late by the metro. Not from our batch, but from the previous batch. So sir asked them that why was the metro late, but nobody knew. So sir there mentioned that we should be aware of what is happening around. Even if your metro is late, you should know why it is. So things like these.
So KV sir, for you people, KV sir is KV Prasad. He was to be heading the National Bureau of the Hindu for many years, and then later edited the Tribune, and he retired as editor of Tribune, and he continues to write for many platforms, and he spends a day in the week with our students here. He teaches both in first year and journalism specialization students. KV sir being journalism favorite, Pallav Moitra, advertising.
For sure. Right, sir. Pallav sir has also, sir, as Angelina mentioned, like how KV sir would give you real life anecdotes. I would say Pallav sir is pretty much the same when it comes to advertising. Like, I don't remember a class where he did not give us like a real life example that he had seen in advertising and how it is just really taking us back to basics, like why we like an ad, why we like something. And right, sir, from like recognizing why jingle works to just knowing what we need to do in order to get that. Like right now, he just asked us to present like brand activation. Like if I have to launch a brand, how do I activate it on field? So from budgeting to where you'd like to set up your stall to how you'd like to activate the plan under a budget with like real life logistics barriers that he knows that we aren't aware of because we are still students. I'd say that really shaped how just the advertising world works, because from the outside it seems all glamorous. Like you just see a billboard, you see how pretty it is, but you don't really know how much work goes into it. So I think he does a great job of letting us know. And
So Pallav is a advertising guru. He has worked in advertising industry for a long time. Pallav Moitra, his full name, and that brings us to the PR person also. You know, who has been. You were taught by Samarjeet and Dalkoti also. No.
no, sir, only Samajit sir, yes, for PR. Yes, sir. So he's from a real estate PR background, so he has a lot of experience in that. Other than the real estate aspect, he taught us a lot about just the reputation and like how you manage it. Because in the context of real estate, he told us a lot about how, like, if it's really hard to maintain image in the real estate industry because a lot of it is just scattered all around. It's really unorganized. So he just gave us a lot of examples and taught us in a way how to word things properly. I think so that's important in both specializations, I would say, in journalism and advertising. As mass communication students, our primary focus has to be how we talk, how we communicate, how we articulate our thoughts. And I think especially with PR, with such a valuable asset to make the person understand what you really want to say without giving off the details that might not might be counterproductive. So I think so PR acted as a strong tool there, and Samarjit sir.
Samarjeet is a former financial journalist who worked at various places, including ministries, and he today has his own startup called Lumen International, which is doing pretty well. So he comes here again once a week and takes classes both in first year and second year. This thing. And Pankaj Moleki.
Oh, what a great man. Never a dull moment with that man in the class. I have never been in a class with Pankaj sir and I've been like, what will I do now? One thing that I've learned from Pankaj sir, which I want every student who is reading about, learning about anything should understand, is there's never a dumb question. Ask anything and he'll answer with the same integrity. He'll give you all the attention that you need in a class. And it is very, very special about him that it's okay if you do it in a practical class, even in the online classes. He does not let you move. He'll grab all the attention. He'll make sure that you understand everything that he's speaking about. I think he's the only professor जिनकी मैंने सारी classes ली हैं. I have not missed one class. And he's very sweet. He understands his students. He makes sure that he's involved with us. He asks questions when he knows that we are going idhar udhar. So Pankaj sir के साथ every student that has taken his class, which I think are most of us were present in his classes. And yes, great professor.
So Pankaj Moleki brought out Economic Times for 16 years and then was executive editor of Mail Today and now has his own portal. And again, he comes and spends time with us people here. And, we have a format where, it's not, a class by a bell, we spend 3 hours, 4 hours time together with the mentor the whole day. And, it can be less than 3 hours, it can be more than 4 hours, as the things evolve in there. So that we have kept it that kind of an informal atmosphere as far as that goes, And when did you really make a mess of things, Angelina?
I think it would be the first presentation because that workshop went really bad. I must admit it was our mistake. It was entirely on us because we did not expect that research has to be done so deep. So we did it on a surface level, which was caught very quickly and easily. So but from that we learned that everything that we speak, everything that we put out has to have a lot of background to it. We should know everything that we are speaking. Even a single word should have a meaning to it. So I think that was very important, and I'm glad that it happened in 10 days into the college. So that I would say.
Yeah. So, did you expect that you would be making, murals and paintings in mass communication?
No, sir, actually did not at all, because Sir, I had no idea that we'd study a course where we study about the Mughal miniatures to begin with. And ever since, like, I remember, like, when we would study history, it was like briefly mentioned also there. I just didn't know. I used to ask my mom about just like the Mughal art and architecture. And I had never had anticipated that we'd make anything like painting or drawing or anything. But I think, sir, that assignment really stood out to me as well because I was not used to. It had been a while since I had picked up a paintbrush also, so it was just, yeah, it was really new, sir. It felt really personal. That was.
And did you have you had heard about this Mughal miniatures before this?
Sir, I think in our history course it was just mentioned in like you know how they mentioned in commas, right? Miniatures, architecture, etc. So I don't remember. I don't have no face
You
to
did
it.
not know the
I don't know
context.
the identity. Yes, sir. I had no idea. When we studied it, I understood what it really meant to them and how really miniature it is. I think that I didn't really realize. Like, they were
And
really small.
where was it used, and the concept of book publishing and
Yes, sir.
Ra. And how about you? You made how good miniatures you made?
I cannot draw. Kushan draws well. That's very good.
Yeah, that's why I asked you next. You know that how was for you? Kushang, he picked up the brush again.
No, I
How
cannot
was it
pick
for
up
you
the
for to pick
brush.
up the brush and do it? You know.
I cannot pick up the brush. Other assignments were good for me. I think I enjoy assignments where I can talk to people, where I can go and have interviews. This assignment about the documentary, I'm very excited about that. I get to go out and talk to people, at least 12
The
people.
final project you're talking.
Yeah, the final project.
Yeah, yeah. Tell us something about that. Where all you went to?
Our final project, which is supposed to be a documentary presentation, we as a group are working on bandwalas, which are people who play during our weddings. Sir suggested that we should go ahead with that, and we went on a journey. The journey went well. Now that we have covered the journey, we are going to get into our editing desks. Very excited about that. Went to like 4 places, covered all the 4 places, got to talk to around 50, 60 people, interviewed them, and now we'll finally come up with good results, I hope.
Yeah. So 8 media practice workshops and 8 seminar presentations. That makes it 16, and the major project, the final project, 17. So you have a portfolio full now. So that was their journey of 4 semesters, and which is going to end in another 1 month. So we thought of sharing it with you, and really understanding also from them that are we on the right path? Am I on the right path? Because sometimes I'm blamed, that I'm being too unconventional and too this thing. So that's
No, I personally
because I know I don't give class notes. I don't give this thing. Yeah. So generally some people do complain कि सर आपने class notes नहीं दिए, reading material नहीं दिया तो.
all of us are 22-year-olds, so I think that is on us if we are not taking class notes. And I feel every mentor that we have, we do not get class notes because that would be spoon feeding. I think so. For me, not having class notes is something very useful because then I concentrate in the class and I know what is being taught, and then I can make my own notes. Nobody is stopping me from making my own notes, right? So I
That makes you understand the subject better. And
non-conventional style is for me a better way of understanding and studying the subject.
did anybody get caught on presenting something from ChatGPT?
I am not. I don't. Sir, not that I'm aware. I don't think anybody has been caught, even if they do use it. I'm sure now.
No, they have been caught. No, you are trying to protect your friends. They have been caught.
Sir, none of my friends. I would say. None of our friends.
No, not you 3, but there have been others.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yes, sir. So the images also, they would use same images. Yes, I think that has happened. Yes, sir.
So I think this conversation can go on and on and on. So we can end on that note. And thank you for joining us in this conversation. Thank you.